Good morning. It's May 22nd. Temperature is supposed to be something like 15 degrees today. That is 59 Fahrenheit. Today we're going to work on the bathroom. We are going to put those 1x4s against that wall and against that wall. Ooh, it's getting windy out there. Windy and rainy. Speaking of 1x4s, something interesting is happening with them. This gap was not this big before. Somehow it separated. You can actually see that my wood filler separated there. And this is happening in various spots on the bus. You can see it here as well. Not everywhere, just on some pieces. I think it's the pieces that have a lot of stress on them. Because I was pushing this piece down to make it join. I was pushing this piece down to make it join. Over at the other end I was doing the same thing. So it might just be the stress releasing. If this is most likely behind, this joint is most likely behind my closet that's going to be here. So I'm going to pull these boards out, remove the nails. Like just pull out this end, remove the nails, then I'll screw them into place. Same thing with that end over there. I don't know how I'm going to make that look pretty with a screw exposed. But otherwise, there's only been a few spots that I noticed like that. Okay. All of these ones still seem okay. Just this side, and just in a couple of spots. But enough of that for now. We'll start with doing this. Whoa! Almost dropped you. So, unsurprisingly, can you see what I'm doing? You can sort of see what I'm doing. Down here at the end, I can't remember the number, I think it was like 35.5. Up here it's 35 or other way around. So I just cut all of these at 35.5. I'll take the Sawzall, reciprocating saw, and just trim them down afterwards. I was planning on doing this yesterday, but I ran out of glue, so it's just like, why bother? I'd have to drive half an hour into the city, do some shopping, half an hour back. So I just came here and prepped everything up yesterday. Cut all these pieces. Oh yes, I should be gluing these on these studs right now because I lost my 2-inch nails. I only have 1 1/4 inch. Man, that thing is noisy. Anyway, as I was saying, I have only 1.25" nails, so I should glue them as well so they stick to the wood. Where's that leak coming from? I gotta show you this. Over here, this is kind of upsetting. Nothing I can do about it. Wait. You can see the height difference in the walls. My guess is, since I bought the wood at 2 different times, this wood was cut down just a hair shorter than this wood. So every time that I added a piece on, it just grew and grew and grew. So this wall is going to be a little different than the other wall, which really sucks because I wanted to put little pieces across here to make them join. That really bites. You can really see it bad over here. You can really see how bad it is over here. So that's why I wanted to buy all my wood at the same time, and so I could have all the exact same pieces. If I bought all my wood from one pallet, from one lift of wood, they would have been all identical sizes. But since I bought them from the same store, but at 2 different times. It just didn't work out. You can see that it is very close down here. Well, there's not much I can do. I'll just continue on this side now. But I'm going to take a little coffee break. Probably clean up this glue mess somehow. So I'll be right back. Hang tight. On this wall, I want to keep it exposed, so in case I have to get to the water line or the propane line, if it comes through this wall, I'll have access to it. Because here it's going to be just all cabinet and countertop. And I'd have to hate to remove a wall to pull out the cabinet so I can get to the piping, so I'm just going to leave it open. The access for the propane is around mid-height here. So I'm going to put this piece in, leave the rest of it open. What am I going to do there? Yeah, I can actually fill this in. I could fill this in as well, but that, I have to think about that. Because if I fill this in, sorry, just thinking what I'm doing here now. Okay, let's just do it. Let's not think about it, let's just do it. So, grab one of these guys. Go! So I said I was going to line up with this one. How bizarre, they're the same size, so why is it different here? That's why it's different. Oh, okay. I was wrong. The reason this wood is at a different height than this wood is sitting on the 3/4 inch plywood of flooring. This one is sitting on the flooring. That's why there's a difference. No, I'm not changing it. I glued it in place, it is not coming off, and this piece I'm going to put somewhere else. So, with that being said, this piece goes on like so. Then I'll stack these pieces on top of each other. Just so I can figure out where that piece goes. I didn't say to do that. If that goes there, this goes here. But this piece has to stay like this. I can bring down 1/2 inch and just trim one of these other pieces down. Or whatever the thickness of my flooring was. Is there anything to see the difference? Do not. I'm just going to keep it like this. Yep, I'm just going to keep it like that. Oh, and as for the glue cleanup, I'm just gonna let it dry and sand it off. I tried cleaning it up, I can't use vinegar because that will stain my wood. Soapy water, well, I could try using soapy water. But I don't know if that'll have an effect on the wood stain or not. So I'm just gonna have to bear with it. Okay, it's not just me. It's a little bit of both. You can see it here, it's already starting to rise up. Here I have it bang on level, here it's starting to rise up, so it's a little bit of both. I'm on top of the flooring, and these boards are a little bit bigger. And I mean just a hair bigger. All this beautiful wood. What I mean by beautiful wood is that it's all rough right here from the saw cut. Have the knots here. And the sad part is, it's probably going to be covered up because of cabinet. Cabinet that will probably be going here. Even though it'll be kind of shallow because this is only going to be like 3 inches. I might have to pull these wires out, bring them up a little higher so I can get the cabinet higher. So this is sitting right there. Or, why did I just say or? Let's adjust you a bit. You didn't see anything I was just talking about, did you? There we go. So up in this section I want to have a cabinet. So I can put a cabinet in here. And then what? The wood will come here, but up there I could put a little shelf. And I mean a little shelf? What would be the purpose of the little shelf? Is there a purpose for a little shelf? Starting to rain. Oh joy. I don't like driving in the rain. I hate driving in the snow even more. Okay, as I was about to say, I think I'll call that as done. Now, just so of what you can see being done, I'll just cut another piece, put it here, pull these wires out, put them up higher. Then I'll make up some more wood filler so I can fill this all in. But yeah, here's what I mean about the wood being just slightly off. You can see how it's just a little bit. I have the top perfectly flush in the corner, but down here, that piece is just like a 1/16 bigger. So every time it gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and the wall doesn't match up anymore. That's why you should buy all your lumber in one shot. Don't be like me thinking it'll be close enough. No, I shouldn't have done that. I should have bought it all in one shot. So now I have this tremendously huge gap here. I mean, not gap, but huge difference. I'm glad I'm here for the rain. I want to check something. Over here, every once in a while I get a little bit of a leak. You can actually see how that wood is just a little bit more discolored on the left hand side. That's from water damage. See how it happens down here as well because it's been dripping down. I'm pretty certain it's from condensation because the roof has two layers of steel. And I think the condensation gets in between the two layers, drips down onto the window sill there, then just comes around down the window. I think that's what the problem is. I tried fixing it before with that caulking. It looks like I didn't do that good of a job. But I want to see if it's rain. I'm pretty certain it isn't, but it doesn't hurt to check. So after... Wow, can I switch topics quickly? So after the glue dries, probably tomorrow, I'll come by with a Sawzall and I'll cut all this excess off. Because right now it's not very dry. Only a couple of finishing nails holding it in place, so that would just shake the crap out of it. Wow. There we go. So that's it for today. Have a good one. Catch you next time.